Hi everybody, this is Indiana Jack, and welcome to Behind the Scenes. You know, if there's anything that I get asked over and over in my email and my messages is, what kind of cameras do you use? Well, I'm going to start a series of behind the scenes things that I do to make the films that I make. And we're going to start out with this series showing two different films showing the cameras that I use. Two today and two at a future date. And then other things that I do like editing and camera placement and all of the things that I do to make the films that I make. Let's start out with looking at this Canon. This is my main camera. I call her Big Black. And it's a Canon HFS 2.0. It's one of the best cameras that's out there still, that's consumer grade camera. It's not a professional camera, but it takes really good pictures. Now the reason I like it, I want to just start out first of all by saying this is not a review of this camera. It's just to show you some basic features of the camera and the different cameras that I use, and we're starting out with this one. The reason I like all Canon cameras is mainly because they have the feature of having a touch screen that reverses so that you can see it. Oftentimes I'm doing the shooting myself, so I need to be able to see what the camera and what the shot is going to look like. So I've always bought cameras from Canon because of that reason. I love that feature. Another reason I like this camera, Big Black, is because I've always used Canon cameras, and it's because of the lens. Now this lens, this wide angle lens, I've had for probably 10 years. And I've used it for other cameras as well, all that worked with Canon, and that's why I keep it. In fact, that's the default way that I use this camera, is by having that wide angle lens right on there just like that. And it takes a lot better pictures because I don't have to worry about the focus and stuff like that. When you have a wide angle lens, it handles so much more. You don't have to worry about it. It's just almost like a point and shoot, and that's another reason that I like this camera so much. It has dual SD cards. I can put 2 SD cards in there. It's just a great camera, and that's the first camera in our series of the different cameras that I use. And that is the camera of the Canon HFS 2.0. Now let's do the next camera. Now the next camera is awesome because I use it probably 80% of the time of what you see in my films is with this next camera. And the reason I like it is because it's so simple, it's so easy to use. And I know those of you who are Android users are going to complain. You don't like Apple. That's okay. You don't have to like Apple. I've used Android cameras before, and those are good. But the iPhone is superior in the quality of photos and video that it takes, provided that you're using the front view. And that's camera number 2 that we're going to show you today in my series of behind the scenes in cameras. It's so simple. We all have a cell phone. It's in our pocket. Easy to use. Of course, it has front view. It has back view for if you want to do a shot of yourself. As you've seen in some of my other films, I put Velcro all over my camera, so that in my truck, I know you don't make trucking films like I do, but that Velcro helps me to stick my phone anywhere in my truck where I want to leave that phone and have it, being a shot that I needed to have. I mean, there's really not much to show you. It's easy to use, and the quality is phenomenal. And that's camera number 2 in my series of the different cameras that I use in making my films as a trucker. I'm Indiana Jack, and if you like this kind of thing, behind the scenes and being a filmmaker, I've started a new Facebook page for the company that produces my films. It's called Technivision Arts, Technivision Arts, Technivision Arts. And why don't you come over on Facebook, and you can find that page and come talk about films with me. I love to talk about films, not just my films, but your films and your projects, the projects that you're doing. I'll answer questions, I'll talk about all the different things that I'm doing on film, and I want to hear from you about your projects too, and we can all make our videos better and the things we put on YouTube much better. An easy way to find Technivision Arts on Facebook, go to my Indiana Jack Facebook page, and all of the films that I put out on there are put out by Technivision Arts. Just click on that, and it will take you right to the Technivision Arts page. It's not a fan page, it's a page that you actually have to click on and ask to like. Click like, and click that you want to become friends, and we'll let you in and we'll talk about making movies behind the scenes with Technivision Arts. Thanks for watching. I'm Indiana Jack, and we'll see you in the next series of Behind the Scenes, which we're going to show you the other 2 cameras that we use in the movies that we make. We'll see you then.